Hello. Thank you. My name is Steve Markle, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer at BirchStreet. My esteemed colleagues from Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts and Gemini, and we're here to talk about walking the talk of P2P optimization for the hospitality industry. Next. Today, we'll look at what's known as a service and P2P. We're going to Four Seasons journey using both solutions. We're going to talk about their challenges, management, the benefits, and the outcomes that they're realizing today. And at the end, we're going to take questions, and you can type them into the chat box. You can even do that throughout the session, and we answer them in real time or touch them at the conclusion of the presentation. And for questions we can't get to, we'll be sure to get back to you. Talk to you about the host session. I'm Steve Markle, Chief Operating Officer at BirchStreet. I personally have a long background in procurement and P2P software, starting with a long tenure at Ariba, then Aptus, Billion, which was my own company, and then BirchStreet. I'm also Ali Khan, who is the client partner and sales executive at Capgemini. He leads hospitality practice for North America. Ali has depth of experience in business transformation, been with Capgemini for many years. Ali was in the service industry in North America, where he led large businesses process outsourcing, as well as information initiatives. And joined by Melissa Leon, the shared services for Four Seasons Hotels. She shares her insight and experience with outsourcing shared services and P automation software. She's been at Four Seasons for 12 years, now which we're in the hotel finance department, and working in as manager for the initial rollouts of AP, payroll, and income audit in 2014. Started. BirchStreet put together a combined solution for the hospitality industry, which we're calling AP as a service. It's AP automation combined with Procure-to-Pay automation technology. These industry leaders in hospitality that are joining to create customer value through services to help clients realize savings of up to 40 to 50% in operating costs, rapid profitable growth. And now we have the credibility to do so. Capgemini is a global leader in delivering world-class P2P outsourcing. They've been for 50 years. They have revenue close to $15 billion, 200,000 employees, and they serve their customers in 38 languages in 109 countries from 21 delivery centers around the world. They have 500 professionals who serve 250 clients in B2P, to cash, and word to analyze. Market leader in P2P from software as a services platform for the hospitality industry. We have more than 15,000 locations that are practiced in over 100 countries. We deliver in 13 languages and 56 currencies, have over 50,000 registered users, and 400,000 market suppliers who are transacting on a daily basis. We process over 8 million purchase orders a year, handle 15 billion in spend per year, and over 150,000 logins per day. Serve the largest and most successful hospitality customers in the world, as you can see by those on the right hand of your screen. And the aim to achieve best-in-class performance through best practices and automation. Over to Ali. I want to underscore the benefits that Procure-to-Pay automation technology can bring to your business. First, in P2P, software service is to automate the entire purchasing process, from suppliers, cash ordering, mailing, receiving, and tracking through payment processing into a customer's accounting system. This process can expand to include inventory, capital projects, management, and reporting tools, and tools to maximize efficiency, control, visibility, and profitability, for structuring and centralizing all of a company's spend. To get process capabilities, you can search and connect with your suppliers through order guides, compare prices, and find suppliers, orders, and assign them to your GL and include delivery instructions. We have advanced workflow and approvals that are based on your business rules, so you can do PO, invoice, and other document routing for approvals. You receives the order and then delivers. We can also do receiving, and you can perform a P3 auto match to achieve the holy grail, which is purely touchless invoicing. We all payments, and all of that is stored in a hospitality-specific data model, so you can do breakthrough reporting and business intelligence to the next level of savings, compliance, and optimization capabilities. I'd love to turn it over to my colleague Ali to go AP portion.
And good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining. And I'm the client partner for Four Seasons Hotels. I'm based in Toronto, where Four Seasons is headquartered. I also lead the hospitality sector for Capgemini Business Services in North America. Cash as a Service is a industry-leading solution that provides end-to-end service for invoice processing. From the moment an invoice lands at your hotel, physically or electronically, towards accurate processing and payment, CAS does all of that. The solution, APAC solution, is built on three pillars that drive efficiency, agility, and growth for our clients. The organization is experiencing high operational costs in the range of $6 to $12 per invoice process, centralized operations and manual processes, low automation, and lack of discipline and master data management. Then AP service can help you become more efficient and agile. Of our centralized and automated mailroom services, where scanning and indexing takes place, standardized and automated processes that integrate BirchStreet with bank OCR, optical character recognition tool, ticketing and reporting tools such as QTR and Command Center. We need robust transition methodology that follows a disciplined creating process and leverages our library of standard operating procedures and knowledge transfer tools and techniques. Use has matured to the point where we are able to transition new properties on plug-and-play basis remotely from our offshore delivery centers. This uses 4 key levers to provide you with a fully standardized and automated end-to-end solution for invoice processing. Simplified, standardized, and has built-in controls for segregation of duties. BirchStreet provides us the ability to enhance frictionless processing through built-in functionalities. We have integrated object recognition and robotic process automation tools. Is proven and robust, as I mentioned earlier. uses a pilot methodology to gain buy-in from hotel owners and managers, and is available and agile, providing a plug-and-play for new properties to be built. Last but not the least, expertise. Pride in our people, understand the hospitality industry, and finance and accounting backgrounds. When on board, they give extensive orientation and training on the hospitality industry and understand the nuances of the hotel industry. Next, please. Here are typical metrics that you can realize through as a service. One, it can help reduce your processing costs by 30 to 50% and take to industry best levels of less than $3 per invoice processed, and reduce your invoice cycle times from 10 to less than 3 days. In efficiency of invoices processed as reflected reduction in cycle process time and increase in level of straight throughput processing. You can realize that. Compliance can exceed upwards of 90%, and OCR match can be greater than 90%. Now, my great pleasure to turn it over to Melissa, who will share with you Four Seasons' journey and why they selected BirchStreet and Capgemini as partners to realize the value. The floor is yours.
Thanks, Eddie. As Steve mentioned, my name is Melissa Leone. I'm the Director of Shared Services for Four Seasons Hotels. I manage the relationship between each hotel and Capgemini for accounts payable, payroll, and income audit. So in a nutshell, my job is to focus on streamlining and standardizing of transactional work in order to maximize operational and financial efficiencies. This is a luxury hotel brand with over 100 hotels in 43 countries. All hotels manage full-service spas, restaurants, and on average have about 300 rooms. My career has been mostly in the hotel operation finance departments. I've got 5 different Four Seasons locations and was in the hotel when BirchStreet and Capgemini were originally introduced. I had my role in the corporate office in January of 2014. So I will be speaking to you both from my perspective as a hotel finance manager as well as a corporate manager. I believe both have very unique but equally important perspectives on this automation. Decided to outsource our 3 accounting functions. We had 2 main issues to address. The first was very large overhead in each hotel, and the other was non-standard process across each of our locations. We do accounts payable as our first project, so we went in 2012. We knew it was going to be the most difficult, considering the number of failure points. So if you consider for a minute all of the ways accounts payable can go wrong, the person who makes the PO, the person who places the order, the vendor, the delivery driver, the receiver, the post office, the email server, and then, of course, the AP processor themselves. To that, we were also up against a variety of general ledger systems, check printing software systems, various past PO practices, different banks at each hotel, unit. Next. That there had to be a better and more efficient way for both purchasing and accounting. For us, the solution was procurement with BirchStreet and process with Capgemini. Because Capgemini and BirchStreet were regarded as hospitality industry leaders, we were confident that they would implement best practices and superior technology. BirchStreet's Procure-to-Pay platform allowed us to buy everything for the hotel, from food and supplies to office supplies, large inventory items like glass, silver, or linen, engineering items, and different types of services. I provided us the solution to outsource that transactional work for accounting departments. Next. The part of the implementation was getting BirchStreet's cloud-based Procure-to-Pay platform in place. During the time, the vendor catalogs, the recipe costs, and all the order guides were created. This was the portion of the work. After the BirchStreet install, each hotel was trained for about a week, and then we handed off the process to Capgemini. The first few hotels that we did took about 12 weeks to set up and sort things out, and then things got much faster. As Ali mentioned, we can literally now plug and play with our new openings, which we do frequently. In the last 6 months, we've opened 6 new hotels with this setup. The Gemini team no longer needs much training. They're often training the hotel accounting staff on site with any of the system portions that they need to understand. We do have BirchStreet trainers on site to help with the hotel operational teams during install. Slide, please. For us, the most difficult portion was the internal struggle of change management. We have a very long history of decentralized process and everyone knowing the best way to do the same task. Plus, every hotel had a unique reason for doing X, Y, or Z. Then we came as corporate and started standardizing everything, and it's very difficult for many people. When I hotels, I discuss standardization. Everyone likes the idea of standardization, but everyone wants the standard way to be their way. We stuck in this cycle of shoving square pegs into round holes. For those of you who have change management, this is a textbook example of the valley of despair. We were quick to point fingers at BirchStreet and at Capgemini, claiming it worked just fine before, which of course it didn't, but in the midst of the change cycle, that seemed like a reality. The management at Capgemini was especially helpful for us. They helped us identify areas which needed to be changed. I had day calls with Capgemini management to help me understand the organizational changes that we needed to make, and together we developed standard practices that we rolled out to the hotels. Meanwhile, both Capgemini and Four Seasons were making suggested enhancement requests to BirchStreet to enhance the user and customer satisfaction levels. It was and is a true partnership. Next. As I would like to tell you that the process was easy, it wasn't, but it was worth it. Business and technology change all the time, so we must look at these changes and be flexible and open to them. Despite challenges we face, we realized significant dollar savings. We have efficiencies in administrative tasks, standard practices through all of the hotels, and even non-tangible things like better work-life balance for our operational managers. We had savings of about 40% in labor costs from the accounting overhead. We no longer have to manage, hire, or train entry-level staff in accounting. Our overhead costs have been reduced for check printing, postage, filing cabinets, paper, envelopes, those types of things. Reduction in price creep. The three-way electronic match that is within BirchStreet and the automated tolerance zone for price variance requires us to only look at the variances versus having to check every single line, which has saved us time and money. And the images electronically from BirchStreet rather than having to dig through filing cabinets has been priceless. Next. In the procurement platform, we move away from the manual processes and everything is automated and centralized now. We've great efficiency and time-saving improvements for operational managers and purchasing. All of our processes are fast. We know where each order is in its routing stage, and we have email alerts and great reporting tools. Operational manager can see their checkbook, can be held accountable to their spending based on budgets and forecasts. All properties have increased their internal control compliance levels, and now able to buy more on contract, saving us quite a bit of money. The process has ignited a huge change in the way our accounting and purchasing departments run. Now in a very sophisticated way with our P2P cycle and organization and efficiency. If I had to make the choice all over again to do this and who to do it with, I would still 100% choose BirchStreet and still choose Capgemini. Thanks for your time and listening to my story, and I'll hand it back over to Steve.
Melissa, and congratulations again. That's a phenomenal story, and we very much look forward to partnering with you and Capgemini to get your results even to the level. So for those who are thinking about this or through discussion really want to figure out how to get started, business case. We have an outcomes-based approach that focuses on the key business outcomes that you'd like to achieve, integrated technology and operations platform. We can begin this business case with the end in mind. You can build on resolving your current pain points and momentum with strategic aspects that are enabled in the mid to long run. So to really start this process, start the key questions like AP decentralized and performed hotels, around times, does workflow exist for approvals? Do you do matching of any kind? The majority of your invoices received via mail or email from vendors. The impact, you could achieve 30 to 40% savings if you answered yes to any of the following questions. From a P standpoint, do you have the ability to monitor end-to-end processes and have the ability simply? Can you product price vary at both purchase order and invoice levels? Are you integrated with GL, AP, and inventory management? Is your organization overly Excel spreadsheet based and AP processing? As to these, you can very quickly achieve 20% savings on your annual spend. We pull together a very compelling business case to approach AP as a service to achieve breakthrough results like Melissa and Four Seasons and our other clients are experiencing. First, to thank Melissa and Ali, co-present. This is a great story that we'd love to tell the world. We believe combined we're the gold standard in AP as a service. The fourth case study is just one in many hospitality companies that are heading towards AP as a service and P2P. Our all want to drive operational costs down and efficiency, visibility, and spend compliance. And as economic trends change, so does your business. Operational efficiencies, use tech and stabilize your business to maximize profitability. So that conclude the presentation. To questions that you may pose in the chat box. And if you can't think of any questions on the fly, no problem. If you'd like to have a follow-on conversation, you can contact us and demo. You can contact us at birchstreet.net or go visit our website at www.birch.net. Contact Capgemini and Ali at aliakhan@capgemini.com, www.capgemini.com. So, do you have any questions?